bitch, what's good? Nikki D here again with another episode of Glam Heist number 2. Okay, this time we're doing Megan Fox, and in this photo, we can see her skin looks like maybe a natural finish, matte natural finish. I don't see a lot of contouring, very full, bright cheeks, blown out in the center. Lashes I just applied the lashes just a little bit similar. They're kind of dense, kind of thick, close to the lash line. And then a very tight black line that kind of smokes out on the outside. Brows look pretty clean, sparse in the beginning. And then she has this nasty, like, ox blood red lip. So let's get into it. All right. So the first thing I'm going to go in with, since my skincare has been sitting on my face marinating for a good hour actually, I'm going to just go in with my Fix Plus to start off and just saturate the face and give it a little bit of a tap in. Okay, and then I'm going to go in today with the Makeup Forever Ultra HD stick. This will give us a natural finish, and I'm actually just going to go right to the skin. And you can see I'm concentrating just in the center of the face, okay? We're gonna work our way out. And that's really important because it makes it look the most natural. This is, in the T-zone is where we need the most coverage, so you wanna start there. Wetting my brush, and I'm just gonna take it and stipple it all over my face, working from the inside out. Just like that. God, that looks amazing. You can see why they call it Ultra HD. It's literally like a freaking filter. That's stunning. Oh, I never get sick of this. I mentioned in my other video, you know, if you have a foundation that you really like, it would be so cool to have a shade lighter and darker. And a lot of people don't realize you can really contour and highlight with those and they look the most natural. Like that's what I feel like they do a lot in Runway, for example. There we go. They're very, very precise at creating natural shadows and stuff. And outlandish stuff, of course. All right, so we got our base down. Now, if I wanted to, I'm doing it. Well, I'm gonna find its little mate that's a little bit darker. This is the Y445, and on my face now is the Y365. I'm going to take a shade of the foundation that's one shade darker, and I'm just going to lightly contour this because in the photo, I don't see she's real super chiseled. It's kind of bright and full and nice. So let's just give a little bit of dimension. See, naturally, this is going to blend in so easy. And that way we have a little bit of dimension here to restore after we put on our foundation. I'm taking a very light hand, and I'm just working it in. Remember, if we put the line here, blend up and out. Do not go below this line. That's going to drag your face down. See what that just did? I'm going to take it along the jaw. Oh, I love this. Oh my gosh. Okay. Right on the nose. Okay, I'm done. All right, you can see the skin is like butter. It is ready for action. Okay, so that is the same foundation, just one shade lighter, one shade darker. And I'm just gonna take it onto my chest too. Whatever's left on my brush. We can always go in and finesse that. I'm actually gonna do an amazing tutorial with a friend of mine on how to contour boobies, your arms, your legs, abs. I got you. These are good parlor tricks to have for summer, I'm telling you that. Especially for photography. Okay, amazing. Now we're gonna go in with a little bit of concealer. She's super blown out here, so I wanna get in there real good. And what I'm gonna do is, I'm using this color to color correct my darkness, and then I'm gonna go in with another concealer that's lighter to blow it out. So I'll show you what I mean. I'm gonna go in with this concealer brush. This is from Wycon, it's an Italian brand. Like I said, hopefully in July when I go back, I can show you guys that store. It's incredible. But it's a nice dense brush, and it's very It's a little bit smaller so I can really be precise about where I'm putting this. Like I said, the bigger the brush you use, the more it's going to disperse and kind of dissipate the product. This, I'm tapping it, it's staying exactly where I put it, okay? So I'm taking that, and whatever's left, I'm just rolling it over my eyelid. Amazing. Another spritz. And I'm gonna work this in. And you can see that really like gave me a lot of brightness, but with this, I just wanna go one step further, and I'll show you how to do that. Whatever's left. And that's just priming your eyelid, so when we put on some color, she doesn't have a ton of shadow on in this photo, but her shadow in this is pretty much what I do every day, which is just like pop, just a little pop, and using your bronzer as your transition shade. Easy peasy, and looks the most natural and beautiful. Okay, great. Now, I kind of want to turn these down a bit. Maybe it's not possible. All right, so now I'm gonna go in just one step with one concealer that's a little lighter. For this one, let's find the Dior. Where are you? I can't find it, but that's all right because I'm actually going to go in with a powder like this and blow it out, so that's no problem. So now I'm going to set the face. I'm going to take a little translucent powder. You can always use a set powder, one like this as well. This one's a little bit dark for me right now. And we're just going to set everything we did. So I'm going to put in the cap, on the brush, in the hand. We just tap, and you can see the natural glow shows right through, but all of our work is sealed in. And if you're going to stop there, I would just recommend that you only set pretty much from like your eye in and let this do all the glowing. It will give you a little bit extra boost. But we're going to put in some extra glow, so I'm not worried about it. All right, a little more in the cap, in the brush, on the hand. And get in there. And everything I do is from the center out. Tap, tap, tap. That is the secret. And everything I do, I bring down. Ooh. Okay. Amazing. Okay. Now let's work on more of the cheek. So like I said, she doesn't have a super contour going on, so I'm going to show you a Korean trick that I just learned recently, and I'm obsessed. So I'm going to take my powder brush, and I'm going to roll it in a slightly darker powder. This is actually a face powder. It's the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural. Don't even know if they make these anymore, but any kind of just gentle, like light mineralized or sheer powder. And instead of going in like this, just to give the face some warmth and some dimension, you just take it and hug the outside of your face. Don't even worry about your placement, just hug. And you can see, look at the difference already, how much that narrowed and gave a nice warmth to my face. Look at the difference. It literally looks like an inch shorter. Incredible. This is so simple. Like if you don't feel like blending or you have 2 seconds to get ready, it's the easiest possible way to do. And everybody's face shape is different, so maybe if you're round, you want to go in a little bit more. But that's just a general trick that anyone can use. Amazing. Okay. Then I'm going to take my more precise brush. This is a Morphe Jaclyn Hill brush, JH32. And I'm going to go on my nose here and up. And I'm going to curve it in over my eye crease. And this is going to be my transition shade into my eyeshadow, which it looks like she literally just has a highlighter color as her shadow. So we can use the same stuff we use on the eyes as the cheek, and that creates that nice uniformity. So looking at the picture, it looks like she has this kind of blown out up here and under the eye. And I bring it up like that. Okay, same on this side. Here, under the eye. Bring it up. Beautiful. Just a gentle contour. And when you really lift the outside of the eye, you give this open effect. Really pretty. And you can just stop there. It's stunning. Okay? Okay. Next thing is shadow. Like I said, she has a kind of a vanilla-y shimmer shade on. It looks like her cheek color. So we're going to use, say, the Makeup Forever. God, what the heck is this? Well, it's a highlighter from them. I'll place it in the description below. And it's going to look like broken because I just threw it on the floor. Like so. And I'm going to take you could even take the brush you just used if you want to keep it nice and diffused. That's actually a good point. You know, when you're using a flat brush, it really packs on the color. If you use a kind of a fluffy, you know, kind of sparser brush, it's just going to put on a little bit of dusting. So in this case, I really see it concentrated here. So I want to grab like a more dense one. This is the MAC 215. And I'm just going to start laying it down in here. This is really where I see it glow on her. Yeah. And I'm just going to pack it on my eyelid like that. God, that's gorgeous. Almost has like a pink undertone. Super brightening. Oh, that's gorgeous. And then I'll just take a little up there like that. Amazing. See how they just make your eye pop? We'll do the same to this side. Tapping. You can see, here's my crease. I'm going to go over that just to create a little bit more openness. Staying under here. Okay. Amazing. Now I'm going to take that same shade and put it aside because I'm going to use that for my highlighter. We'll get back to liner after. I kind of like to finish my face before I do anything else. So in the meantime, I'm going to pop a little Prep and Prime lip and start letting that get in my dry ass lips. Okay. Brows look kind of sparse, not too manufactured. So I'm going to go in with MAC Wedge and just a simple angle brush like that. And I'm just gonna fill in a bit. Keeping way away from here because you see her skin through there. And literally this is my freaking kind of makeup. Not so much bold lips. I need somewhere to go for that. But she's really, I feel like, known for like that perfecting no makeup look. She's kind of like the OG, I would say. We're just filling in sparseness, drawing in the direction of the hairs. Cool. Awesome. Okay, brows are done. The next thing I want to do is a blush. And it's really like a cool pink tone I see her wearing. So I pulled MAC, this is called Dame. It's kind of like a flower power kind of color. And I'm going to take a blush brush. This is the Wycon F107, fanned and dense, super easy to use. And I'm going to wiggle it in the blush like this. Wiggle, tap, tap it off. Wiggle, tap, tap it off. And it looks like I said, where you put your blush totally changes your face. So if I want a more fuller face, I want to concentrate the blush here. If I wanted more snatched, I want to put the blush up here. But it looks like she's kind of got a mix of both, like a hybrid. So it looks more like she did this. And concentrating on the apples, gives you like a super full cheek, like youthful. Yeah, oh, that's a great color. These totally work on my skin tone, like these cooler shades. And I like smile in between, like look like a crazy ass person in between like these, and see where I'm placing it. And then again, remember my trick, go over the nose. It just helps everything blend real nice. We want it concentrated and dissipating. Need more. Adorable. Oh, I love you. Okay. And then whatever's left on the brush, remember, top of the head, nose, chin. I'm not afraid to do that either. Okay. Now I'm gonna go in with this highlighting powder from MAC. Again, it's from the MAC Pro Store. If you don't have a friend who has a membership, I'll find a dupe. But I'm gonna take this on like a short, dense brush like this, and I'm just gonna tap it in to start right here, leaving the blush alone. And I'm giving this area some loving before I go in and snatch with loose powder. Yeah, incredible. So when you see celebrities like blown out like this, it's basically like their foundation, and then they've got a lighter concealer tapped in real nice and blended out, and then a highlighting powder, something that's going to reflect light, so when you are in light, it bounces off and you get this blown out look in the center. So anyone can do this, it's super easy. Now, if you really want to turn up the heat, you're going to take your, oh please God, be near me, your powder puff. Don't hide from me, boy. He wants the day off, apparently. That's okay. I've got more where that comes from. How about we'll do this, guys, closer. And we're gonna take our setting powder. Here's the concealer I was looking for later. Okay. And I'm gonna take my setting powder. I'm gonna go down the nose because I really wanna create the same shape nose she has. Before I do that, let me just contour just a bit more because she's got an awesome ass nose here. I wanna go in with a contour powder that's gray based. So when we're playing with shadows, this is what you want to create as natural as possible. Right on the tippy tip. And she has a straight, kind of pointed at the end type of nose. So I just want to, so I've warmed this area up with bronzer, right? It gave me a contour, but we're really gonna take it in now. Okay. And then the magic will happen when we put the powder next to it. And I think the super magic is the highlighting part that a lot of people leave out. I feel like she's super narrow here and then does one of these. Yeah. And then I'm gonna go like that, just gently to really, yeah. The best was when I did Alex for Halloween. I did on Miss Michael Jackson. I had so much fun drawing those nostrils. Like, it was so great. All the accumulation of your years of contouring like finally came to the epitome moment. It was that. I have to put some pictures up of that. It was incredible. So again, now here's where the magic happens. We're gonna steal the snatch. So I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna drag that down. See how I kind of cut off the tip of my nose there? Like that. So I shortened it and snatched it. I mean, you could go as thin as you want, really. For really changing shapes. You master this, you can be anybody you want to be. Okay, and that's what I do. Then whatever's left on the sponge, take to your hand, and I'm just gonna give myself a little line here and a little line here. And then I'm gonna take a tiny bit more and I'm gonna mix this with my highlighting powder. It's a little bit pink. And I'm gonna pop that right in here. Don't worry about it, where the placement is, just get it on there. And then whatever's left, I'm gonna take under the jaw and go down. That will allow me to lift the cheek, but also have a snatch here. Sometimes it can look a little manly if you go all the way to the mouth. It depends on your face shape. Mine can take it. Okay, whatever's left, the chin and the forehead. And if you went too ham on your brows, don't feel scared to go like this over your eyebrows. It really makes everything look more homogeneous, actually. Okay, awesome. Now, the longer we let this bake, the more it's gonna become us. So like I said, when I really wanna glam up, I will leave this on and just like let it melt into my skin until it basically becomes me and there's almost nothing to dust in. For this, yeah, we're basically gonna do that. So we'll go back to this. In the meantime, do something else. So distract yourself and do liner and just let this shit bake. So what I wanna do in the meantime is take, for this I think we're gonna do a black shadow. So I have a Morphe palette here. I absolutely love this, it's a mess, but as you can see. But I'm gonna take this black. This is called the Artistry palette. Does it have a color? No. 9T, there we go. And it's pretty much every color you need for a really, really cheap price. So I think what I'm gonna do now is take a flat angled brush or a short rounded brush. Yeah, I have this here. This is a Wycon brush as well, E22. It's so cool. Okay, and take a little lick. And in this photo, you can really just study where the liner is based on the iris, right? So it looks like she kind of starts a little bit right after the iris and drags it out, and then up here it gets thicker. And that gives the illusion of like a thicker lash. So we can work backwards or forwards, it doesn't matter, or from the middle, whatever's easiest for you. But we're gonna take some right on the tip. I'm gonna grab my mirror for this one. And actually, let me show you a better trick, especially if you're new to this. I want, yes, my MAC 208 short angled brush. I'm gonna put it in the black, just on the tip. Do not put it on the sides, so you can control it. And to give that lift, this is a super easy trick. So remember I put the powder, the transparent powder here. You can follow along that line. But for the look that she's got going on, it's more up, not out. So I'm gonna first draw on the angle that I want, which to me is like that, okay? Same side. Okay, start with that. Now, I'm gonna zoom in. I'm gonna go in with this circle brush, which is a little bit more forgiving. Don't worry if it's perfect, see that? Because I have a little bit of a hooded eye. You can always clean it up. Okay? Now what I'm gonna do is shut my eye and see where this crease is. This is a very good lesson for people who are hooded eyes. I don't have too much hood going on. It might be the Botox, I'm not sure, but if you want to bypass this and you just want to get a line going like this, you want to basically see your crease. So wherever your eye crease, this one creases more, so this will be more of a learning experience. But you want to take your crease and put like a little dot there. So you know, do not go above that line. Same thing with this side. And our eyes, again, they're different on each side. Now what I'm gonna do is take a little bit more of the black on the flat brush, and I'm just gonna connect them. So first I'm gonna trace over my line. You see that? And then I'm gonna push it up. This is foolproof. Working with shadow, you can go wrong, but a lot less wrong than liquid. And then I'll take a liquid and I'll put it right to the end of right at the base of the lash. So you get that drama. Oh, look what I just did. You get the drama, but not a mess. So we have that side done. Now I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna just flick it up. Just worry about the outside for now. I just want to get it on there. I'm going to take this and I'm going to drag it across the lash exactly where she has hers, which is like that. And I'm telling you, by doing these, like if you challenge yourself a little bit, you will start to understand your concepts better, following shapes and stuff, because a lot of people don't really think too hard about liner. Okay, I'll just drag it across. You know, everybody's eye is different. So for some people, this area might be super high and this low, or, you know, it depends how round your eye is. So I'm just going to take this in now. And at this point, I'm almost on the inside of the eye. You don't want too much product thick on the inside, or it makes your eyes look very close together. Okay, and now I have a little liner going on. Super easy flick. I'm going to do the same to this side. We want straight. Once we get to the highest point, I'm stopping, load up again, and now a very thin line. Yes, amazing. Okay, just like that. Now, what you can do, just to smooth it out, take your shadow brush and just wiggle it along this line. Here's your bronzer. And see how nice and open and clean that looks? It's more open and less flicky. So natural, but we got a little pizzazz going on. And then what I'm seeing is brightness on her waterline. So I'm gonna go in with the MAC NC15 NW20 pencil. And I'm just going to throw that in here. And when you do this, it really makes your eye look quite bigger. It basically extends the white part of your eye so it looks more open. So if you're hungover or tired, this is a good trick. See, already? Woo, dear eye. And then underneath, it looks like she just has the bronzer swept across there. So we can do that too. I just want a more dense brush. Yeah, like this. And I'm gonna take it on here and I'm gonna sweep it under. Yeah. Amazing. Okay. Now, I'm going to leave that alone for a second. I'll put the finishing touches on that at the end. Now I'm going to go in and dust off my bake. And by doing this, I'm not being willy-nilly, I'm being precise. Tap where it is before you swipe it away. And you can see how gorgeous that just gave me. The most blown out, like bright look. In a very light hand, I'm just dusting away anything I had there. Okay. All right, then we're gonna finish off the cheek with highlighter. So here's a cool little trick. When you're done basically your bronzer, your blush, your highlighter. Actually, before I do this, I'm just gonna pop on just a tad more blush because like I said, it's the very first thing that always goes. So So let's grab Dame from MAC again. I'm gonna give it a swirl this time. And I'm just gonna, exactly where I had it. Sometimes after you bake, it looks a little less intense. Yeah, there we go. Try not to scribble because you could take off your layers of makeup. Okay, now I'm gonna take my setting spray and I'm gonna wet the face. Then I'm gonna take this brush, go in my highlighter, and I'm gonna put this over the semi-wet, and you'll see what happens to it. It just like magnifies it. So I want this very in a specific area. This is taking away the powdery look, the makeup look. Always recommend a fan. And I'm gonna keep this kind of a little bit wet. I can't wait to do the lip, it's all I'm thinking about. I also have blue contacts that I can't find a solution for, so I don't want to take that risk. So we'll make it happen on the computer. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my highlighter brush. I'm gonna swipe it through my highlighter, tap it off, and I'm gonna go, let me back up so I'm not in so much light, right on my highest points of my cheekbone. These are the points you always want to hit. Gleam in. Okay? Now, specifically, I want to take it on a tiny brush. Like this. And I really want to get that specific shape of her nose. Looks like that, and then up. Yeah. Okay, I'm just taking a tiny bit more, and you can really see these on her. Look how pretty that is. It's not obvious, not sparkly. I try to avoid sparkles. I just don't like them. I think because they are not naturally occurring. All right, there's that. And then I'm gonna take my mascara, and she doesn't have a ton on the bottom. So let's just take, this is when my old mascaras come in handy. I wouldn't recommend using them, but this is my older one, and it has barely any product, and I'm just gonna place it on the root and wiggle it. Place it on the root and wiggle it, and it just gives you this adorable, non-spidery kind of look. Okay. Another tip, if you're doing this, it's sometimes wise to do it while you still have your transparent powder underneath, because if you have any black marks, they will literally just dust away. I don't know if you guys saw, but when I did the liner, shadow got here and it's gone now. No drama. Okay, and there you go. So now we have that. Okay, and now the lip. Okay. So we have our Prep and Prime lip balm, which is like double-sided tape for our lips. And I found this amazing Too Faced Melted Matte liquefied matte lip. This is long wear. This one's called Drop Dead Red. Oh, I love that. All right. So I'm gonna go in with my Morphe Vibes pencil. It's like very similar shade. And we're always gonna make sure we have a fresh point. That's what gets people hung up a lot, I think, is that they're just trying to line lips without a point, and that gets really difficult. Makes you less talented than you actually are. So I'm gonna go with my MAC sharpener. Not every sharpener works with every pencil, but I feel like MAC one does. All right, and now I'm just going to wipe off my hand, because all I need is that dragging across my face. Okay, and here we go. So it looks like just a full lip highlighted Cupid's bow. Yeah, let's go for it. All right, I'm gonna shut up now. All right, I want to shade a little bit in here. Okay. Even the pros, take a lip brush. I forget who this is by, and I wish I didn't, but it's pointed and round. And I'm gonna smooth it out. This just helps you blend. Now with a bold lip like this, you don't really need to do this part, but the edges look a lot crispier. You can see it's all on the wrist. I'm placing my little pinky here and moving the wrist only. Okay. Amazing. Okay, here we go. There you go. Oh, damn. That's dark. All right, now, in the center, all right, don't freak. We got the saturation in the center. Now, to bring it to the edges can be dangerous if you do it with this wand, so you don't have to. Take it here, take what's on the lip. You could even take some to your brush, and we're just gonna spread it out. Okay, let's do a tad more right on my brush, like this. That'll do it. Ooh, Lord. Okay. The one thing I'm noticing is I really, and I mean, you can do this too. You can do the whole lip with this brush because this is really hanging on in the center. I need to get it out there. Yes. With matte, they dry down quick. So, gotta work quick. Now, once that's done, check your teeth. Once that's done, you can go over it again or leave it be. I think I'm gonna leave that be. And just to finish up, I'm gonna take, ooh, I never tried this and I'm gonna do it right now. I'm taking this pencil that we put in our eye and I'm gonna line around the lip just as like a little prevention fence. All right. Ooh, that's so cool. Okay, cool. I just have to blend this out so we don't look cray cray. I'm taking my dense concealer brush. Smoothing it out. I kind of keep closest to the lip, nice and bright. That just looks super, super perfected. And dusting away anything else. These take a little bit of care, but once this is on, it's not going anywhere. Especially this formula. Oh, yes. Okay. Gorgeous. All right. What else are we missing? I would say one thing we could do is go a little closer to the lash line and just deepen it up. So I'm going to take either a Makeup Forever pencil. This is the artist color pencil called Whatever Black. Or maybe a liquid liner. I have this one from One Size Beauty. This one's called Point Made Bodacious Black 24-hour liquid liner. I think I'll go in with this one. And instead of tracing over this whole line, which could be really dangerous and mess up your shape, you can just hug right across the lash line, okay? And that will just give you that oomph without messing up. And it does give you a nice fade. This also helps reinforce the shapes that we created. Yeah, oh yeah. Oh no, it's okay. It's a learning lesson. All right, let it dry. That's what you gotta do. All right, I'm gonna let this dry and I'll come right back. Give it like 5 minutes max and I'll show you how to get rid of this. Okay, let's fix this mess. So, this happens to everyone and it happens to the best of us. So, what I'm gonna do, there's so many ways to fix this, but I'm gonna take a little micellar water and a Q-tip, right on the tippy tip, and we're not gonna get carried away. I'm gonna go right where the line is, pressure, and remove. I'm gonna twist. This is why it's important to wait until it's dry so you're not smudging it even farther, okay? Then I'm gonna take the dry end and just clean up any extra. And now we have a little bit of a smudge, no problem. We're gonna take our concealer brush, tap whatever's left on it, okay? Then just take whatever's left on your powder puff, maybe grab a little extra powder, and rebake it, and you will never know this happened. This also gives you another chance to snatch. I'm using it to my advantage right now. Oh yeah, okay. Cool. So let that do its work, and then we're gonna dust it away, and we're done. All right, we're done. Tap it and then dust it. Perfect. Okay. So there you go, guys. Let's see how we did. I just have to make her face. It's always like this. All right, I think we freaking killed it. I just need eyes and I'm good to go, but there you go. Super easy look. Skin is on fleek. We got a line going on, not too crazy, and star of the show is lit. Okay, love you guys. Hang tight because we have some awesome stuff coming up. Love ya. Bye.